Hello and welcome back to the channel. So glad to be with you today. I hope you're having the best day ever. I'm trying to do the same, enjoying my Monday. I was going to chill out a little bit today. I didn't have my main car. My main car was in the shop for a checkup, so I brought my wife to school, had her smaller car, so I did not do any Walmart Spark orders because those can get a bit crazy. I did a few manageable Instacart shops. I made $45. The last few weeks I've made like $350, $400 off Instacart and Walmart Spark. It's been great. It really helps me when I'm not waiting tables, and it also takes the pressure off waiting tables when I do. So say tomorrow when I go in and there's 2 4-tops on the book and a 2, and we have 3 servers on, you know, we're kind of seeing, does someone got to go home? Are we going to make enough money? I got to make this so and such to pay my bills. It really takes the pressure off. It makes for a more relaxing night, a less stress-filled night. I don't care if we don't cut anyone and no one goes home. It's just like, that's not my only source of income. And not only that, but I've been saving and investing and being frugal and minimal, so I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I truly believe that's the way to be, and Instacart and Walmart Spark has been a huge catalyst in allowing me to do that. So even though I wanted to do a couple other things today, I still just got out there and made $45. It's going to set the tone. You make $50, $60, $70, you know, 5 or 6 times a week. That's life-changing money right there. So I had fun doing that. Now I'm making this video. I want to talk to you about some records that I just got recently. Not too many, but a little. I want to talk to you about strength and breaking free from weakness, and also carpe diem, seizing the day. And if we can do all these things, we're on our way to having the best day and the best week, month, year, and lives that we can possibly do. So I saw this ad on Facebook Marketplace. It was for 6 records. I think the person wanted like $80 for them. And it was this one that wasn't sealed, AC/DC Back in Black. Classic record, you know, probably 10 or 15 bucks right here. I ended up getting 6 of these for $10 each, $60. But the other 5 are sealed, which is exciting. And I believe one of them is worth like $50, $60 on their own. They're all kind of modern records. I'm finding more and more modern records a little bit into the wild, and more on like Facebook Marketplace for, I think, people who want to try out getting records and try out getting a record player, because I think it's trendy and it's the new thing to do. And people get, you know, a cheap record player and, you know, 5 to 10 to 15 records, and they figure out, well, maybe this isn't for me, or they have other interests, and then maybe it's a Christmas gift or whatever, and then they can just sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And I try to scoop in when I can. Anyways, these 5 records right here are all sealed. I believe a lot of these were from Walmart. Some were from Target. This is Essential Johnny Cash. That's going to be easy, $25 right there. 2 LPs, career spanning retrospective. What I'm thinking with these, this one right here has a lot of value. That's a Target exclusive with translucent green value. Imagine Dragons. When my kids were young, they would hear Imagine Dragons on the radio, and they would always sing along. I don't have much love for this band, so I think I'm going to sell it and hopefully try to make my money back. We'll see on 2 or 3 of those. Then I can maybe keep or whatever. How about this guy? Michael Jackson. Hype Sticker, the world's best-selling album of all time. Obviously a classic. This is one that you can find out in the wild, so I maybe will sell this one sealed too. I got Billy Joel, sealed. Innocent Man, there's The Longest Time is on this one. Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, Keeping the Faith. Some great songs there by Billy Joel, all sealed. So I'm thinking I can make my money back. And then, finally, my girl, Taylor Swift, Evermore. I'm not super familiar with this. Willow, I guess, is the single. I'm sure I would know it. I've been kind of wanting to get into Taylor Swift a little bit more. I do like what I've heard. I could listen to Karma over and over and over. I had the album 1989 at one point, which I loved, but I've sold and wouldn't mind having it back. I enjoy watching her at the football games. I like the added spark she brings to football. Speaking of football, Chiefs versus 49ers Super Bowl, I'm excited. I was rooting for the Chiefs over Baltimore. Maybe I better be careful what I wish for, but I wanted no part of Lamar Jackson. I wanted no part of Baltimore, especially after they beat the 49ers. It's a chance for the 49ers to get revenge on Kansas City for the Super Bowl, maybe 2018-ish. And boy, my family, my girls and I, we sweated out that 49ers game against Detroit yesterday. It was not looking good in the first half. But my boys came back. I'm very excited to get 2 weeks of hype. Of course, it makes the Super Bowl a little bit more stressful because your team's in it, but that's a lucky thing to be. I look forward to seeing Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl as well and getting my revenge on the Chiefs. But I'll get into today's topics too, and then I'll let you get back on with your day. How about breaking free from weakness? It's a sign of strength if you can do these things, to say how you really feel. Think about those situations where you've kept that quiet. Let me tell you, if you can speak it, speak your truth, that's a sign of strength, and you will be in a better position. Especially if you can put yourself in a position of strength while you're speaking. The next is going to be to rest instead of powering through. Sometimes, we get on our mission of running the day and seizing the day, and sometimes we power through, but it does take strength to be able to rest. The next one is to feel the full depth of your emotions. Yes, we're on a path here to have the best day ever, to enjoy the present, but that's not always going to be the case. Bad days come up. I think the goal is to minimize those bad days. Some things, it just happens. We're all human. We're going to have bad days. We're going to have maybe a bad couple days. We can use the philosophies that we know and focusing on what we can control and changing our point of view on things. But shit happens, right? It's a part of life. So it's okay to feel those emotions of sadness, of anger, fear, weakness, of laziness, procrastination, but I think to process them in a good way too, but not to just be so strict where you can't allow the full depth of your emotions, sadness, to mourn. It's okay. It's a sign of strength to be able to do that, not to bottle it up. To admit that you're not doing okay is a sign of strength. You can keep yourself locked in. I know some of the most stubborn people in the world, and I was probably one of them. You might as well have been talking to a brick wall. It could be right there in front of you, all the evidence that you need, and no, I'm fine. No, I don't think so. So, it takes a lot to admit that you're not okay. It takes a sign of strength to apologize when you've hurt somebody. It's not always easy to do, but it's a sign of strength and maturity to do so, and it will most likely put your life back on the right path. It's okay to accept help from others. We don't have to be stubborn. We don't know everything. We can't do it all on our own. Accept help from others. It's a sign of strength. To be vulnerable with others is a sign of strength, your friends, your family. And even a bit on this channel, I show some vulnerabilities. But, it takes strength to not just be, we talk about stoic, but stoics can be vulnerable too. And it's not just robotic. We're all going through stuff, and we can grow from talking it out and processing all that. Again, to not do it all on your own, to accept help from others, to rest, all signs of strength, to quit something that's no longer working. Habits, vices, jobs, relationships, and stuff around the house. Get rid of it. All the stuff that's no longer working for you, all the stuff that's no longer serving you, break free from that stuff. Get out of the toxic relationships, partners, friends, co-workers, bosses, anything. If it's not working for you, get rid of it, quit it. Go on to something else, because time is our greatest non-renewable resource. We deserve to not hate Mondays. We deserve to not live for the weekends. We deserve to break free from that BS, to break free from fear and weakness, and to seize the day. Carpe diem, something that I've been trying to do consciously for years now. Jim Rohn said, either you run the day or the day runs you. And I'm sure a lot of the time I feel like we got run over, right? By the day. There's not enough time. I don't like what I'm doing. It's all a blur. Who cares about today? Get me out of here. Get me to the end of my shift. Get me to the end of these 4 or 5 days. Get me out of this grade. I hate 7th grade. I hate 5th grade. Get me out of working out. Time is finite. It's our greatest non-renewable resource. We should make the most of it. You're never going to be 10 again. I try to tell my kids, enjoy being 9, enjoy being 10, enjoy being in 5th grade. I can still remember 5th grade. I don't know if I'd want to go back. I'd miss a lot of things. But man, those were some great times. There were some crazy times too, some sad times, some fights, parental divorces. It was not all roses, but it was a great time too, a very innocent time, right? You can say that for any age. I'm never going to be 43 again. March, my birthday's coming up in March. 43 is not coming back, and neither is the age that you are at. Neither is today. So time is finite. Break free from the stuff that's holding you back from having the best day ever is what I pretty much say on every episode of this channel. What has helped me grasp and seize the day that's finite? Well, first, being aware of it. Second is having some purpose behind your goals. I want to save money. I want to pay off debt. I want to get in shape. I want to start reading more. I want to diet. I want to make my bed in the morning. I want to see the world. I want to make the most of my time. Why? What's the purpose behind your goals? You run the day or the day runs you. So time's finite. We know we want to make the best of it. Why? Have long, medium, and short-term goals, and break the long-term goals up into actionable pieces that you can break up and achieve. So now you understand that time's finite. You have some purpose behind your goals. Why? You have long, medium, and short-term goals that you are attacking over the course of the 24 hours of today, which I've been doing. My side hustles, my family time, saving money. I'm, doing the best that I can. Keep goals measurable. What does that mean? Well, maybe tracking your expenses, your weight, your calories, your budgeting, maybe 1% body fat lost a month, to justify your actions during the day. Eliminate your distractions, or the day will certainly run you. And to say no. You're going to have to say no to a lot of things on your break-free journey. No to things that can get in your way. Not to be selfish, and not to never do anything, and not to enjoy your life. Not to never go out. Things happen. I think I read one of my old counselors a long, long time ago. I think he said somewhere that, it's everyone can just enjoy themselves once, do what you got to do. Have the French fries, have that beer, but in moderation. But you got to say no to a lot of that stuff too, because you don't want to be waking up hungover. Because if you do, and that was a big one for me, then you're going to be wasting that time that's finite. You're not going to have any purpose behind your goals. You might have goals, but with no purpose, you're not going to get up. Long-term, short-term, medium-term goals, they're not going to be attacked during the day. You're not going to be able to measure any success. You're going to get caught up with your distractions, and again, you're saying no. So try to seize the day the best you can. I'm trying to do the same. I got a lot ahead of me. I think I'm doing okay. There's always room for improvement. Let me know how you're doing. Break free from weakness. I'm going to go listen to some AC/DC and think about the 49ers winning the Super Bowl. I'll talk to you on the next video. Break free.